Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 3. This week, we're going to have the opportunity to explore ethics, both in the classroom and in academics more specifically. Can a children's book change the world? How can we effectively bring ethics into the classroom? And how might we specifically use literature to support students' character development through literacy? Our readings and resources this week will provide you with multiple thought-provoking activities and ideas in response to these big questions. Let's start out by overviewing our discussion board post this week. This is going to specifically give you an opportunity to examine 5 frameworks related to bringing ethics into the classroom. You're going to have an opportunity to read that article and let us know what framework resonates with you the most, and how does your chosen framework compare or contrast with the other character education programs that might be currently adopted in your school or district? So very excited to know your thoughts about those frameworks. The biggest thing that I would love to highlight with you today is a look ahead at an upcoming assignment that's actually going to be due the Sunday night of week 4. So happy news for your life. This week, week 3, you do not have any assignment due on Sunday night. Rather, this week, you're going to embark upon a 2-week long, call it a very small project slash presentation that's going to be due at the end of week 4. So let's dive into that together. It has to do with the adoption and implementation of a character education program. And your final product is going to be a brief professional development presentation that you could deliver to faculty or staff at your particular school site or a school of interest to you. All right, so let's take a look at this particular assignment. As we all know, instructional leaders are responsible for overseeing curriculum adoptions and implementation efforts, including training key stakeholders that are going to be utilizing a plan at a particular site or a program. So here's what we're going to do. This is an independent or solo project. You're going to have the opportunity to consider the needs of your school site or another site that you're familiar with. And in relation to character education, I want you to consider the following big questions. What are some school-wide needs that you notice? And then among those needs, if you could narrow something down, what's one particularly compelling need related to character education that you would hope to address as an instructional leader? Thinking about that, what data or evidence from your school site or the school in question supports the existence of this particular need? Okay, so step 1, you're going to identify a compelling site-based need that you would like to address via a character education plan. Step 2, then, you're going to create a plan to address this need that you determined in step 1. And this is going to be grounded in research-based criteria, okay? Your plan should include adoption and implementation of a specific character education program. So you can do a little bit of research, a little bit of exploring around. If you're currently doing something at your school site and you'd like to do a deeper analysis of that program, you're welcome to do that. Whatever's going to be practical and useful for you. I'm hopeful that this particular assignment will genuinely give you a chance to explore your own site-based needs and come up with a potential implementation plan to address that need in a way that works for your particular school site. All right. So you're going to select a particular character education program. You're going to talk about what program you're promoting to address the need that you identified, explain how that program claims to work, and also help your stakeholders see the why. What scholarly evidence do you have that such a program will work? And why do you think it's going to work at your particular site? A lot of times when we lead initiatives at our particular schools, we have to begin by building buy-in, right? We want to be able to talk to our staff and faculty about the needs that we've discovered and help them see that the needs are real and worth addressing with whatever plan we're going to bring forth. So spend a little bit of time thinking about how you're going to convince people of the importance of this character education program at your particular site. Okay. In your plan, you're going to be sure to address the following criteria. So, number one, you're going to provide a description of the proposed character education program or plan, as well as scholarly evidence to support the plan. You're going to identify some major goals or objectives of your proposed plan at your particular school site. Then you want to think about ways that you're going to harness and maximize the efforts and resources of the community, site, and family stakeholders. So your audience should get a really strong sense of the value of partnerships in this particular effort. We've talked a lot in our class already about the importance of stakeholder buy-in, common language, shared understanding when it comes to implementation fidelity. All right, and then your final product for this particular endeavor is a Google slideshow or other visual presentation of your choice. This will be 15 to 20 slides. And again, it's going to lay out your plan in a logical progression. So as you're preparing your slideshow, you can start by sharing the site-based need and any evidence that you have to support your claim that this is an important need at your site. Then you'll move into describing your character education program, explaining how it works, explaining why you think it's going to work at your particular site, making sure to develop that stakeholder buy-in, and then talking about ways that you're going to empower all of these different stakeholder groups to play an important role in that particular plan. So that's going to be the content of your slideshow. You're also going to use a voiceover tool or video tool of your choice to present and elaborate on your ideas. So part of your deliverable, again, is going to be this Google slideshow or visual slideshow with the content that we just kind of went over together. And then you're also going to be doing a voiceover so that I'm able to participate as an audience member and hear your plan presented, okay? If you've not used a voiceover tool before, you can click in the instruction sheet to see an example of how to do this using PowerPoint. Again, you're also welcome to just video record and upload something like that as well. Whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you used to is perfectly fine by me, okay? In your product, please include a minimum of 3 scholarly references to support your work using APA format. Those citations should appear throughout your slides. And then you should include a reference slide at the very end that would be similar to a reference list that you would include at the end of a written paper. Okay, this is going to be due again on or before 11:59 p.m. on Sunday of week 4. So you do have 2 full weeks to think about what you'd like to do and come up with your presentation. As always, I am here for you if you have any questions or concerns, or you just want a thought partner as you're thinking about various ideas, which program you think you'd like to dive a little bit more deeply into. I'm very excited to check those out when you turn them in a couple of weeks. So going back and wrapping up our video with our Christian message of the week, want to invite you to consider with me Matthew 11:29 through 30. It says, "Come to me, all who are labor and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, and you will find rest for your weary souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." I feel like this is coming at a wonderful point in the year for us. I know that most of us are a couple of weeks in and probably all still experiencing that back to school fatigue of being in front of our students all day long, being in front of our teachers if we're administrators. And so just want to encourage you in that and remind you that our Christian message tells us that really yokes were used in Bible times so that 2 animals could share the load of work. And I feel like, teaching is not an easy profession. There are a lot of demands on us personally, professionally, demands on our time, demands on our patience, and all of these different types of things. And so if you happen to feel burdened or overworked or stressed out or just have a general heaviness of heart in this particular moment, want to let you know that you're not alone in that. We are here for you. Jesus is truly right there. He's walking alongside you through it all, offering to ease your burden through the knowledge that he's with you and that he's ultimately died on the cross to give you that gift of salvation. And please know that your classmates, we're here to support you. I'm here to support you. I'm cheering you on in your endeavors. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to interacting with you through our discussion posts and via your emails. Have a wonderful week.